Well, hello and welcome to another video. You join us here at Scarborough Station, where today we're going to be taking a ride down the Yorkshire coastline with a little stop off at Bridlington. Now we're just going to wait for our train to come in and then we'll just get straight on. And here comes the first of two trains that we're going to be taking in this video. The first one being one of the Northern Class 170s that work the Scarborough to Sheffield services. And just like that, we got a seat perfectly fine.
Bridlington, Driffield, Beverley, Cottingham, Hull, Doncaster, Meadow, and Sheffield.
And we depart bang on time at 17:21. Now on this service we're going to be taking this 170 as far as Bridlington, where we're going to be getting off, because that is where we have been staying over in Bridlington. This was part of a day out in Scarborough. This is on the way back, so we'll jump out at Bridlington and then we'll do a bit of magic, and then it'll be the day we go home and we'll make our way down to Hull. And not very long at all after leaving Scarborough, we arrive into our first calling point along the line, Sema. Now, Sema Station is an island platform station. It was opened on the 7th of July 1845 by the York and North Midland Railway and became a junction station after the branch to Phy was opened the following year, which is where we're going to be going down next. And just like that, we're now arriving into our next station along the line, Phy. Now, the first train ran from Sema Station, arriving into Phy at 1 p.m. on the 5th of October 1846, with a large celebration, a big dinner and all, very fancy stuff. Now, the regular service began running the following day. Now, this station isn't the only station that Phy's actually had. No, Phy used to have another station called Phy Holiday Camp, which, if you can't already guess, served a holiday park. I know, it's revolutionary, isn't it? Now, that station was officially opened on the 10th of May 1947. The station was situated at the end of a short branch line which came off this line that we're currently on now. It had 4 long terminus island platforms to cater for large numbers of holiday makers arriving and departing from the holiday camp each Saturday during the holiday season. The station was located to the west of the A165 and was connected to the holiday camp by a private subway under the road. Passengers were then taken to and from the station by a road train using this subway. Passenger numbers dropped quite significantly, and then it was closed.
No, we've been in Scarborough.
And we're now arriving into our next station, Hunman Bay. Now, Hunman Bay is one of them stations where I can't really find a right lot to tell you about, but what I can tell you is that the station opened for traffic on the 20th of October 1847 and is the point at which the single track section from Bridlington ends, and the line is then a double track again north of Beverley. Now, if you've been down this line before, do you remember when the 158s used to work the line up and down and there was no 170s? Yeah, that's that. I've ridden up and down this line quite a lot of times over the last, I want to say maybe 10 years. I've gone up and down it every year, at least once every year. Yeah. And we're now arriving into our next station on the line, Bmpton. Now, Bmpton Station, like similar to Hunman Bay, it was opened on the 20th of October 1847. The station used to have 2 platforms and a signal box, but the second platform has been disused since the Bridlington to Hunman Bay section became single track in 1969. Now, here at Bmpton, you can actually alight and walk along the road to the lovely Bmpton Cliffs. It's a walk that I've not done yet, but I'm sure at some point I will. And the sea coming into view there signifies that we are on approach to Bridlington Station. Now, like I said, we were actually staying in Bridlington, which means we did kind of, actually need to get off at Bridlington because we were staying there, so we needed to get off, yeah. So we're going to get off the train here at Bridlington Station, which, by the way, is a beautiful station. They really do keep up to it really well, as you will see in a minute. So let's have a look at that first. And just like that, we have made it to Bridlington. So let's just go and take a little look at the main concourse area. So here we are, here is the main concourse area. You've got loads of, it's really well looked after, flowers, plants and everything. And right there is the Barrow Boy statue. Now I don't know if you remember, but I was actually here at Bridlington Station when that was unveiled last year. And now by some sort of magic, it's going to be next Monday. Well, I sure do not know how we just did that. That was some magic there, but it is now next Monday. Now, as you can see on the departure board there is a little bit of ongoing disruption on the line this morning because of communication issues further down the line just past Hull. And here arrives our train. It's arriving in from York. It's class 155 and it's arriving in about 15 minutes late. And it's going to be 155344 today.
Thanks for choosing Northern, and we hope you enjoyed your journey.
You're going to have to go right down there.
Your attention please. Northern would like to apologise for the delay to this service. This delay has been caused by issues with the signalling system. Next station stop is Napertton.
And it's now time to wave goodbye to Bridlington as our holiday comes to an end. Bye bye Bridlington, bye bye. Oh, we've had a great time, but you've always going to have to go home, aren't you? So bye 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 Bridlington. Turned the camera on a little bit too late, but that right there is Carnaby, the old abandoned Carnaby station and Carnaby level crossing. We did do a video walking there and we got some shots of some trains passing, so I recommend you go check out that video if you haven't already. And one good thing about getting the York service is that the York service calls at all stations along the line. Well, all excluding Aram.
If you're leaving the train here, please take a moment to ensure you have everything with you and keep tickets handy until you leave the station. We will shortly be arriving at
just one thing, Northern.
Napertton. Please be aware this train is too long for the next platform. Passengers in the rear of the train, please use the front doors, as not all doors will open at this station.
Please turn the announcements down on your 155s. They are so loud. It's awful, honestly. I mean, the announcements don't sound great anyway because the sound speaker things aren't great on these trains. But you've turned it up to like full. Just turn them down a touch, please. They're a bit too loud. Thank you. And we're now arriving at the next station along the line, Napertton. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I could literally find nothing out about Napertton. So I really don't know when Napertton opened. I don't know if it's a newer station or whether it opened with some of the other stations on this line. I don't know. Alright, you guys are going to have to let me know. If you know anything about Napertton Station, please let me know.
This Northern train to York. Next station stop is Driffield.
we're now arriving into our next stop, Driffield. Now, Driffield was opened by the North Midland Railway on the 6th of October 1846, at the same time as the rest of the line from Hull to Bridlington. Now, let me tell you, Driffield is a very, very, very nice place. There's Class 170. A very late 170 at that. That was supposed to be going to Scarborough, but they ended up cancelling it at Filey instead. Like I say, there was a bit of disruption on the line on this particular day.
Up the board is Northern Train 2. Next station stop is Hutton Cranwick. Please be aware this train is too long for the next platform. Passengers in the rear of the train, please use the front doors, as not all doors will with you at the station.
We're now arriving into our next station, Hutton Cranwick. Now again, Hutton Cranwick, similar to Napertton, it's only a little small station. I couldn't really find anything out about Hutton Cranwick station, so if you do know anything about it, then let me know. But I don't know why, I've just always liked that name, Hutton Cranwick. Hutton Cranwick, that's a brilliant name. It's Hutton Cranwick. Hutton Cranwick. I don't know. I just really like that name. I think that's a brilliant name personally. Hutton Cranwick. I love it. I love that name.
Next station stop is Beverley. Approaching Beverley. If you're leaving the train here, please take a moment to ensure you have everything with you and keep tickets handy until you leave the station.
We're now arriving into our next station along the line, Beverley. Now, Beverley Station was opened in October 1846 by the York and North Midland Railway. Now, Beverley gained junction status 19 years later in 1865 when the North Eastern Railway completed the Market Wheaton to Beverley section of the York to Beverley line. The York to Beverley line was closed though as a result of the Beeching Acts on the 29th of November 1965. But from what I've heard, there was I don't know whether there still is, but there was talks to open that line back up, but whether that actually happens or whether they've scrapped that or not, I don't really know, but that is what I got told. And next cab. Oh dear, looks like it's going to be a fun old day on this line, doesn't it, looking at that.
Train 2. York. Next station stop is Cottingham.
They've also refurbished and done up that bridge there a couple of years ago when we came. The bridge frame was there, but there was nothing to walk on. It looked quite funny actually.
arriving on the train here, please take a moment to ensure you have everything with you and keep tickets handy until you leave the station.
We're now arriving into the final stop along this line before Hull, which is Cottingham. Now, just the same as all the other stations on the line. The station was opened from the original Hull and Selby railway station on the 6th of October 1846. So yeah, just basically like all the other stations on this line. Yeah, here we are arriving into Cottingham station. Though it does look like it's a decent station. It looks like it's a nice, well looked after station, so that's always good. And as we arrive into Hull, let's talk about this line. Now, this line personally, I really do like, and I think that's because this is the line where we go every year when we go for our Bridlington holiday, because that's something we do every year. So we do come on this line every year. It's the line that takes us on holiday. It's also the line that brings us back, but yeah, we don't talk about that bit. We also do tend to travel up and down quite a lot. We'll go to places, we'll go to Scarborough, Filey, and then we'll go to Beverley every year, and then we've even started going to Driffield. So yeah, we do go to quite a few places along this line, and it's a really nice, relaxed line. Like I say, you've got the Class 170s that work the Scarborough to Sheffield services, and you've also got the these trains, and sometimes work by the 158s that go to York. And as you may have just heard me say, this train was very bumpy. It felt like I was on a pacer again. I've not been on a pacer in years, but this is honestly, this was like a pacer. It's always really, really, really bumpy, and throws you about when you come into Hull on this line. I don't know what it is. There's the Hull Royal Infirmary. That does signify that we are on the final approach into Hull Station now.
I'll have to go to the toilet anyway.
And then you can put cases there if you're like waiting there, Reese, and then I'll go. Yeah, I can go to the well, go to.
And as we arrive into Hull, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like, subscribe if you've not already, and leave a comment as well, and I'll read through and most likely reply to you. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Come on.
This is